Good, happy Wednesday morning. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. And by the way, we have our live stream going on the Riley King Network Facebook page, so check that out and tune in. We have lots of news to get to, so let's get started. First up, 2 arrested after 1 pot meth lab discovered near Lebanon Hotel. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9, Siobhan Lopez.
Just off of Airport Road in Lebanon is a hotel surrounded by woods. An employee noticed 2 of their guests going in and out of those woods with backpacks.
We uncovered a campsite that looked to have some material, some chemicals that were consistent with the production of methamphetamines.
26-year-old Stanley Souza and 21-year-old Damian Sumner were arrested during a traffic stop. Police identified them through interviews and with the help of New Hampshire Probation and Parole, as Souza is out on parole for robbery.
They had made substantial steps into making methamphetamine, which was extremely dangerous.
Chief Richard Mello says it appears this wasn't the first time they used the one-pot meth method, where dangerous chemicals are mixed in some type of container or plastic bottle. While the opioid crisis remains in the forefront of people's minds, Chief Mello says they've seen an increase in meth production in the past year. Police urge anyone who sees suspicious activity to contact investigators, as the hotel did. An employee did not want to speak on camera, but says you could see their campsite from the parking lot.
The location and the connection to the hotel is extremely concerning. To have any of those chemicals stored anywhere, again, creates a risk to those around at the hotel or anybody who else might be nearby.
Now, police say those chemicals are so dangerous, the DEA's clandestine lab team had to respond to safely detonate that one-pot meth lab to be sure no one was injured. That's the latest live in Lebanon tonight. Siobhan Lopez, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Artist Jay Gales found dead in mass home. Let's take a look. Five investigators has learned John Warren Gales Jr., the artist known professionally as Jay Gales and part of a rock group, the Jay Gales Band, was found dead in his Gorton, Massachusetts home. The 71-year-old was found unresponsive by police around 4 p.m. Tuesday after they responded to his home for a well-being check. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Foul play is not suspected at this time. Gills and the band are best known for their album Freeze Frame and the song Centerfold, which hit #1 for 6 weeks. Gills formed the band during his time at Worcester Plus Scientific Institution, where he studied mechanical engineering. At Worcester, he formed the J. Gills Blue Band with Danny Clean, Magic Dick Sills, Stephen Joe Blatted, Peter Wolf with Seth Justman, becoming the last member before the band released its debut album in 1970. The J. Gills Band was influenced by soul music and rhythm and blues, but it moved toward pop and rock by the time the album Love Stinks came out in 1980. After 11 albums, the band's 12th album, Freeze Frame, hit #1 on Billboard charts for 4 weeks in 1981 and remained on the top chart for 70 weeks. The title track, Freeze Frame, made it to #4 while on tour. Opening acts for the band included Eagles, Billy Joel, ZZ Top, and U2. The band broke up a few years later. Gales has called Gorton his home for 35 years. Wilf wrote a short message on Facebook about his former bandmate, thinking of all the times we kicked it high and rocked down the house. R.I.P. J. Gills. New England-based company seeks to close dozens of stores. Dozens of Boston stores and Eastern Mountain sports locations across New England and the Northeast will likely close in the coming months if a judge agrees with the bankruptcy filing by parent company Eastern Outfitters. The company is seeking to close 48 Bob's and EMS stores in 11 states from Maine to Maryland. Eastern Outfitters LLC and the parent of discount chain Bob's stores and outdoor retailer Eastern Mountain Sports filed for bankruptcy protection in early February. The company is asking a bankruptcy court to allow it to close 48 of its 86 stores as part of a plan for UK retailer Sports Direct International to acquire the company. Bob's was founded by Bob's liquidation deaths in 1954 and has 35 stores throughout the Northeast. Eastern Mountain Sports was founded in 1967 by a pair of Wellesley climbers who later opened a climbing school. The chain was sold in 2012 to a private equity firm. Eastern Mountain Sports 27 of its 51 locations across the Northeast, Massachusetts, Boston / Commonwealth, Northborough, Lynnfield, and Burkish, Rhode Island, Middletown, New Hampshire, Salem, Manchester, Nashua, and Vermont, Burlington and Rutland, Maine, Portland, Connecticut, Fairfield and Buckland Hills, Amherst, New York, New Jersey, Maryland, Delaware, and Pennsylvania. For Bob's stores, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Connecticut, New York, and New Jersey. Well, here we go. China's social media continues to rage at the United and airline may force real fallout. Chinese social media has exploded with outrage after the video went viral showing a passenger who appeared to be of Asian ethnicity being dragged off an onboard overbooked United Airlines flight with a bloody nose. Tillerson set to meet with Russian foreign minister. Secretary of State Rick Tillerson is in Moscow for a big day of meetings with top Russian officials Wednesday. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Wednesday. See you back here later on today. Bye, everyone.